Hello, welcome to Cooking with Peggy Holiday Edition. Today is day 11 of our 12 days of baking, and today we are going to be making mint meringues. Again, not great naming, but that's what they are. Yesterday we made snickerdoodles. I have had one person who messaged me. If you have been following along, you know that I'd asked for some cool names for our chocolate pudding dessert. And one person messaged me and said we should call it pudding whip. So unless I get something else, I think it's now going to be named pudding whip. Today we are making mint meringues. This is a very simple recipe that does take a little bit of time for the cooking part of it. The making part is very simple, very easy, and there are just a few ingredients. So the ingredients are 2 eggs, cooled to room temperature. They don't whip up very well with these meringues if they are fresh from the refrigerator and icy cold, so let them cool to room temperature. We need a 1/4 teaspoon of cream of tartar, 1/3 cup of mini semi-sweet chocolate chips, about 6 to 8 drops of green food coloring, and 1/4 teaspoon of peppermint extract, and 1/2 cup of sugar. So let's get started. First, we're going to get our room temperature eggs and put just the egg whites in the bowl to stir. We're going to separate out the egg whites from the egg yolks. We'll put our yolks in this other little bowl and maybe make another batch of Merengue cookies. So here's for the egg whites, 2 egg whites in the bowl. And now the second one. And we're ready to whip. So the key to making light and fluffy meringues is to keep beating it continuously at a medium speed until all your ingredients are in, and then we'll switch to a high speed for a moment and back to a medium. It's also a key to have room temperature eggs and keep it going continuously, so in between each ingredient, add it slowly and keep mixing, and you will see me mixing each ingredient separately as we go. So because I'm going to be beating continuously, I will add the ingredients one at a time. First, we'll add our 1/4 teaspoon of cream of tartar, then our 1/4 teaspoon of peppermint extract, then our 6 to 8 drops of food coloring, and then 1 teaspoon at a time I will be adding our 1/2 cup of sugar. Once we get the sugar added, we will switch to a high speed, and then as soon as that's done, I'll show you the product and we'll add the chocolate chips. Ready? So this is what it should look like after we have beaten all the ingredients. Once all the sugar is put in, you beat it at high speed for 2 minutes and you get these nice stiff peaks. Now we're going to add our 1/3 cup of mini semi-sweet chocolate chips. So we're going to gently fold the chocolate chips in and stir it very gently. Get those all mixed in really nicely. And now we will get ready for baking. These bake at 250 degrees for 40 minutes until they are firm, and then you turn the oven off and leave them in the oven for 1.5 hours to set, and then when you bring them out they are ready to go. So you want to just drop by spoonfuls onto your parchment paper, and they do spread just a little bit, so you want to make sure they're about 1 to 2 inches apart. Fun fact, I have never used parchment paper before this year, even though a lot of recipes call for it. I always thought it was something real chefs used and I didn't need to. I've started using it this year and I absolutely love it. Things don't stick. If you're hesitant about using parchment paper, don't be. I highly recommend it. So this recipe makes about 24 cookies, and if you are not a fan of mint, you can substitute vanilla for the peppermint extract and use red food coloring and have vanilla chocolate chip cookies, meringues. So let's get this in the oven. So the finished product of mint meringues, they come out light and fluffy and airy, and it's like biting into air with a little taste of chocolate chips. Happy holidays, and we will see you tomorrow for our last day on our 12 days of baking. Bye.